The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
Santos set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Power running by Zeke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Goff. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Elliott. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 2. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Tracy Walker. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. It's gone. Caught left side by Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to number 13. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 8. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Goff flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Steps away to his left. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Punt formation for the Lions.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They run. This is Cohen. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's got room. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Lions' 4-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
22-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff rolling to his right. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Goff. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Down. 3rd and long.
Make him do it again, baby. Make him do it again. Do that again, baby. Do it again.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Take over first.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
65, 65, 65. Mike 51, Mike 51.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Elliott, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Going up top for Miller. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
The score, Lions 14, Bears 10. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
26 mark, 26 mark. Hey, let's get this, get this. Cooper. 26 mark, 26 mark. Push him back. Push him back.
On 1st down, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
We're good, we're good.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Goff.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Ray Swift.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, Goff. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's complete to Mooney.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
For a Chicago Bears. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Bears 17, Lions 14.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
3-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Here's Gong. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Montgomery. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Gun now on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 8-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's good.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Bears 24, Lions 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. From the 50, it's Goff. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rip left. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Get that quarterback. It all comes.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And goal at the Lions' 4-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3rd and 11.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Flushed out right, and this is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 15 yards on the play. First down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller with his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bears 38. Lions.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, Mike 51.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
He has really settled in.